Hey everybody, it's shame busting coach Jen Bovey from www.jenbovey.com, and I have a public service announcement. This is not going to make some people happy. It's going to offend some people, and it's going to just outright piss some people off, and I'm beyond being able to care or be concerned about that because of the level and nature of what we're talking about. I want to talk to you about anxiety. There's this recent trend, and I've noticed this trend for the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's probably been going on a lot longer than this, but I just haven't been paying attention to it until recently. There's this trend for these business coaches to want to be able to address anxiety issues. And the problem with that is they're not skilled or trained in addressing anxiety issues. Anxiety is a mental health issue. Anxiety is a mental health disorder. So if you're going to go to somebody who's great at selling shit, let's be honest, and great at maneuvering and attracting clients, that's phenomenal. But if you're going to use those kinds of people to treat your anxiety issues, you're going to end up either worse than you started off, you're going to end up massively shamed because you're not able to fall into line, you're going to end up worse than you were when you started, or you're going to end up baffled and confused. And I'm not okay with any of that happening. Anxiety is a mental health disorder, so it requires mental health training. So if you are suffering from any level of anxiety, the things I want you to really look for if you're going to find somebody online to help you with these things are somebody that has a degree, a master's degree in social work, somebody who has experience in training being a psychotherapist, someone who has a PhD in counseling, someone who has years of experience helping people navigate how to minimize the impact of suffering from an anxiety and mental health disorder. That's me, honestly, and I'm not saying this to toot my own horn or to make you think, ooh, she really wants us to work with her. No, I don't want you guys to get hurt. I don't want you to get scarred. I don't want you to be traumatized, and I don't want you to be shamed for having anxiety. That is not okay to me at all. And that's honestly what I see happening. I see a lot of these high dollar, high profile coaches who now found it trendy to treat anxiety. I have no idea what that was. To treat anxiety, who are going to end up causing more shame and more trauma because they're not skilled in navigating how to officially eliminate anxiety. So it's going to create more long-term problems for you or your friends or your loved ones or whoever. So I felt like I needed to come on here and say that because it's not okay. And I've noticed a lot of these high dollar, high profile coaches use a lot of shaming tactics anyway. They're really fond of saying things like, if you don't have the money to work with them and you're not willing to mortgage your house or sell your firstborn, they'll say things like, obviously you're a little too comfortable in the victim mentality. Really? I can't think of a more shame-based expression than that one. So I really just want you guys to be cautious and use some good judgment. Make sure that if you're treating anything that is not goal-oriented or accomplishments. I've worked with business coaches. Some of them have changed my business. I've worked with healers who have changed how I interact with my traumas. Okay, so I'm not bashing the profession as a whole. What I'm telling you is to do some research on the people you're working with, because if they're just suddenly and randomly talking about anxiety because it's trendy, that shit needs to stop. Mental health is not trendy. It's just not. So that's my rant for today. I'm sure some of you are offended or hurt or upset by this, and I'll apologize now, but I need to tell you that I have to stand by what I said. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, pop them below. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.